Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
How are you, Dr. Fabian? Did you have a great weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Just relaxing and stressful at the same time, but it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. It was fun for baseball, right?
It was. Yep. It sure was.
It was great.
One more hoop to go through.
One more hoop. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, David. Nice to see you. I know that Scott is on another Zoom. He'll be joining us soon. He might be coming in the meeting room. So happy to have everybody here.
Good morning, Christine.
How are you, Carrie?
Oh, Lord, I am so excited. I'm opening an office. I didn't even know that was going to happen a week ago.
I know. Congratulations. So you found your location and
I found the location. Demo's already starting. Carpet. My designer was in there this last week. She's working closely with Lauren and her team over there to get all the artwork done. So it's really exciting. A couple of agents are in school right now. They actually have reached out to let us know that they scored on a couple of their courses already. So we're pushing forward.
Yeah, I know, that's exciting. I get text messages at night or as soon as they finish their test or during the weekend, they're telling me I'm done, I'm moving on to the next one. So that's great. That it really shows their excitement and how you explained the process of once they get their license, what you have to offer to them. Yes. Because my 30 years of real estate education pre-license, usually people take a lot longer. And when I went over the 3 courses and what the processing, and I gave them the minimum completion time and then the maximum, all of your students are on target to finish in that minimum completion time. That says a lot about how motivated they are. So very, very exciting. And
really excited. I heard you spoke to Lindsay too. She's actually going to be hopping on the schools as well. She's my designer, so she's designing the office, and then she's going to hop on to getting her license. So we're excited about that. So thank you for all of your help. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Yeah, we both teaming up together, we get them all motivated. So for everyone else, so for David and Dr. Fabian, what Carrie is speaking of is, in California, we have, the pre-license education. If someone is interested in getting their license, we do offer education. So all the courses required, we do have a program. I head that up. So if you want to send me someone and that needs to get their license, then I would go through the process, get them motivated, explain exactly what they need to do to get their license, what that time frame looks like, how to prepare for the state exam, when they do apply, how they can apply and have their license assigned to us the minute that they pass their test. And I help them with that application process. I help them with how to prepare for the state exam. And then with that timing, Carrie is completely in the loop of where they are in the process. So she knows when she's going to get these new agents, and then she takes over from there. And Carrie does a great job of finding people out in life. Carrie, if you want to, while we wait for Scott, can you share with them like some of these conversations? Like the one student that we have right now, he's a regional manager for AT&T for all of LA County. And
yeah, it's thanks, Christine. It's all about conversations, really. So I'm a pretty outgoing person. So when I love people. So when I go out and I meet people, I typically will ask them questions like, what do you do? And then when I start finding out what they do, and then they find out a little bit about what I do, there's a common ground of interest there. And if I see that they're interested in real estate, then I'll typically take that route. I'll notify Christine, seeing what their motivation is and how serious they really are, because I'll let you know with this transition of the new office, I definitely want quality agents. I don't want to be babysitting. I've had my share of doing that. So I want agents that want to work hard and are motivated. So Christine's been very generous with helping me through that process, making it extremely easy. So once I send them to her, she kind of takes over with the courses and gets them started. They keep me in the loop. And then that way, when they're ready, then I know what my next step is in terms of training them and bringing them on to Agent Inc.
So, and there's definitely, you know, that connection because, and retention has proven that if you help someone get their real estate license and they join your firm, those agents stay with the company a lot longer than an agent that takes the course, you know, on their own and then interview with brokers. Usually new agents make, you know, quick decisions. They don't do a thorough process of finding the firms. They're usually, you know, join for, you know, for all the perks and, oh, we're going to give you free leads and you know, all the shiny objects. And then when they get there, they find out that there's not a support system. So what we do is we start introducing them to real estate as their students, and Carrie, by her follow-up and painting a very clear picture of what that's going to look like when they get their license. That's the motivation that I'm speaking of, that they're excited and motivated. They see that this is a great opportunity and that there's a transition from their career into real estate. And so that's why we see her students wanting to finish in the minimum, because they're anxious to, one, join Agent Inc. because we've been sharing Agent Inc. with them, and then Carrie, her support system that she provides.
Christine, and one last thing, I think it's fantastic when you're developing that relationship from start to finish. So you're already had that conversation with them, got them into real estate school, and now you're following up with them. So they are already building that trust. And it's kind of like you do with your clients, right? So you're building that trust. So when they get out, they know that you're going to be there. They're not going to go shopping for another broker that's going to promise the moons and the stars. So
exactly. Yeah, it is very powerful. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm on John's Zoom wondering, gee, where is everybody? So Lauren, thank you for the text and excited to connect. And hey, you know, one thing that we want to have as a goal as we move forward on all this is we want to make sure meetings are fast moving, interactive, productive. So, you know, and so when we have a meeting around any topic, but especially recruiting, and of course, this is the Rev Share contest issue, you know, we want you to know that we're not going to ask you to come to a meeting just to sit and hear someone go through an agenda, because frankly, you guys and gals, the players, they don't want to do that. You know, they want that meeting to be short, fast moving, productive. And so, you know, that's going to be our aim. And to that end, we may back off on the schedule too and not pull you together quite as often. And I've just learned this over so many years of dealing with corporate stuff and meetings. And Christine, you're doing an amazing job as a resource with all of our stars one-on-one, you know, and that is so valuable. So, you know, we're going to foster that and keep that going. And by the way, it's not just Christine, it's John, me, it's Mike. We're all available on an ongoing basis to brainstorm, field a question, talk about your specific market and all. So, you know, just know that. And Christine, I don't know how much we covered, but I'll tell you one big thing on the Rev Share dynamic. Right now, because we're not a gazillion agents, if you have somebody interested, please get them to me and let me share the story with them. You know, I've got, if you don't have them, I have videos for them to watch. And it's just such an easy thing right now. As we get bigger and scale, we're not going to have that opportunity that I can talk to everybody who wants to join Agent Inc. But right now I do, and I love it. And a good part of my every day is doing that. So just know that I'm a resource, and yeah, the story sells itself. And it's just a matter of connecting, having them understand the story, dealing with their specific context and situation, and answering questions, and get them onboarded.
And I want to share with, because Scott and I team up quite a bit. And I think we just, so far in the last 8 months, I think we've brought 6 new agents on, where we've teamed up together. They come to me reaching out, or some of them are newly licensed agents. We do have our relationship with Calibre, and we do expos. And we bring the new agents on. And so I do the first introduction and share the company. Most of the time I'll do a Zoom and get them all excited. And then I hand them to Scott, and he really gives them the excitement and the story. And it's worked out very well. And we have recruited agents to the company. And I know that he's a great resource.
It doesn't matter where they are in the process.
Nope.
as you're ready to pull me into a conversation, I want to do it. I mean, and we're having fun. We're more excited every day about how this story and brand business model is resonating out there, everywhere we're going. And, it's an opportunity. And put this in perspective. Yeah. Everybody on the planet looks back and wishes they had EXP stock 10 years ago. And they also know it's too late. That ship has sailed. It's had its run. It's still going to be a great company, going to do phenomenal things, but it's not the same opportunity if you get in on the ground floor of an emerging brand. And EXP is not an emerging brand. They started in 2009. So that's 13 and a half, whatever years. They're a great company. They're taking nothing away, but it's not the same thing as getting in on the ground floor. So it's a gift. It's a gift for everybody that, in my opinion, that's able to find out about Agent Inc. now, which is almost nobody, by the way. Do you know that you look at the brokerage community at large, whether it's in Southern California, United States, and the percentage of people that have even heard of Agent Inc. is like 0.00001%, right? It's nobody. So this is a huge opportunity for us to make an introduction.
Hey,
Okay.
Scott, can I share something?
Yes, who is it?
This Carrie.
Oh, hi, Carrie.
Hi, Scott. So I brought a retired ex-Rams player to Scott down to the office in Orange County, and he had a need, and he was with another broker, and that need wasn't being met. And so when I brought him into Scott, man, Scott did an incredible job with telling him our story. So the moral is here, he signed up, he's with Agent Inc. and he had no idea. And it's right in his territory, right in his market. And I think he's going to do great, especially with his network of sports guys. So thanks again, Scott, for helping us out with that.
Carrie.
But that's part of the story.
Gary, that's such a perfect example because this guy has nothing but upside. Been in real estate about a year in Orange County, wasn't with the right group. And it's a combination of the story and the ingredients of the business model and brand, and the support he has from us. And to him, that was huge. And look, shame on us. If we can't help someone like that thrive with all of our experience and all of our success, shame on us. But the truth is we can. And this guy already, in fact, we were meeting last Friday and he was sick, but we're going to meet probably this Friday, talk about a specific plan. All of his clientele are pretty affluent people, and what fun. But that's our opportunity for anybody we meet. So it all starts with a connection. And you know what? 100% of the people aren't going to join us. That's okay. They're not going to join anybody. But I have to tell you, from my experience, our batting average is well over 500. I mean, well over half the people that we talk to about our company and introduce our brand join us. That's huge. I've never worked for a company that had a percentage that high. So this is all of our opportunity just to connect with more people.
So Carrie, can you share how you started that conversation with Todd to get to, meeting with Scott?
I would love to. So my last branch that I was with, even though I was with Agent Inc., I was managing an Einstein office, and I've recently branched off, and he was going to consider coming into Einstein, but it was way out of his territory. He's from Orange County. He's got a large network of, sports guys. And so he really couldn't find the home that he wanted. So he ended up joining First Team out in Orange County, and it just wasn't providing the resources that he needed. And so I kind of backed off. And then once I realized, oh my gosh, Agent Inc., and I got in and I was seeing what it was all about, I thought this was perfect. So I reached out to Scott and basically connected them, and they met, and it was everything that he needed. And he even talked about what was holding him back. And I think, Scott, you can probably mention it was a $37 million deal that he had, and he didn't know the resources. He didn't have any education. He was brand new, but that's his network. And he didn't want to be up against another deal like that and lose it. He wanted to know what his resources are. And that's why he's working very closely with Scott on the Agent Inc. team. And I think he's really happy, and he's getting everything that he's wanted and moving towards that.
Well, that's the opportunity we have, and you know, we talk about it all the time, what the benefits are, and it's not rocket science. So it's a matter of making an introduction, telling the story. Doesn't matter if that's a guy that's going to be in the Uber luxury space like Todd Light, or a brand new agent in San Bernardino. It doesn't matter. They all need support and help, and a value proposition to take to their potential customers, and we've got it. So have fun with it. Hey, this isn't a chore. This is an opportunity to share good news with somebody. I mean, this isn't a burden. Oh my gosh, how do I convince this person? How do I convince? You don't have to convince anybody. Share the story with them. Let them understand it and see it, and then let's see what their feedback is. I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times is, whoa, this is interesting, tell me more. So, you know, this isn't a heavy weight on your shoulders, to be a super salesman and, oh gee, I have to persuade these people. That's not it. It's just a matter of introducing them. Okay, I've done way too much talking already, and so.
Can I just say one more thing and then I won't talk anymore? So Audrey, I actually brought her to Einstein, and she's also from the Orange County area, and she just branched off to Agent Inc. And she's actually going to be starting a team. So that really fills my heart to be able to bring somebody this opportunity that they get to build a team through Agent Inc. And it's just such a great feeling. And so she also is, and that's just all word of mouth and conversations. And how exciting is that to be able to help somebody?
I mean, you're kind of such a great picture of that, and you benefit because you're going to get rev share on Audrey, who's already a super successful business person, you know, with her insurance business, and now she's focusing on real estate. She's already adding 2 people to her team. You're going to get rev share on Audrey, and you're going to get rev share on her team members. I love that.
Love it.
So that's our opportunity. Questions, comments, thoughts?
Any ideas? There's no bad idea either. You know, it's, if you have an idea that you would like to bring to us, recruiting, please, you know, let us know. I know Lauren does provide on every Monday with the Kickstart email. If you go to the bottom, she has a link to email drip campaigns that are for recruiting purposes that you can send out. And there's also graphics that can go with that. So that's a great way, just to make a warm connection. I will, after this meeting, send everybody the graphics and the email drip campaign, just so you have it. And we will be having quite a bit of events. John and I worked on a list of events that we're going to be hosting through Agent Elevated. That's another great resource to invite agents that you know, that you've done deals with, you know, friends that are with other companies. Invite them to these events, so you'll have much notice, you know, in advance. And these are great ways just for them to be introduced to Agent Inc. and see the wealth of knowledge that we have, how we are educating our agents on a regular basis. So we have filled up a pretty good calendar of different speakers, and introducing our auxiliary companies to the agents. So again, that's a great way to invite agents and introduce them to Agent Inc. So look for that. We'll be sending that out soon.
For live events, I'd love to see a way that, obviously, Dr. Fabian isn't going to come to a live event in Southern California on a regular basis, nor is Jeffrey or, you know, other people. But if we can give anybody out in the world at large an opportunity to participate by Zoom in a live event, they start saying, whoa, this is a pretty impressive culture. Can't wait till we're big enough to do this in our own market. And I think that needs to be a big part of it.
I'm sorry, Scott, I wanted to make it, they're all Zoom. They're from hosted through Agent Elevated, so they're not in person. All of them are going to be via Zoom.
Yeah. Now, and as we grow, we're going to want to have live events because it's a big part of culture. And
and this
so
is a big one right here that is on the screen. The next one is November 10th at 3 p.m. I put the link here in the chat. So all that you guys have to do that's on here is just send this link off to people, have them RSVP, and it's a live Zoom. So this is the next one that we're having. These are monthly.
Is this our live event for recruiting and our story, or is this
Our
other
Agent Inc.
speakers?
Discovery event.
Okay, it's our discovery event. Okay.
Yeah.
So 20, and it has a clock at the top, see where it says 24 days. So, and then they receive, once they RSVP, they get reminder emails with the link for when it starts.
Yeah, so all you have to do really is send out this link to anyone that you think would be a good fit to Agent Inc., to our culture, even agents that aren't even licensed yet, just so you can kind of get them off the ground running and get them excited about our company. Again, I put this link in the chat. So it's just agentinc.com/discovery. If you send this out via email, literally, if you send it out via text message, agentinc.com/discovery, you just say, hey, I think you'd be a great fit for our company. Inventory is low right now, or, the market is kind of confusing right now. And this is a great ground floor opportunity for you to look to earn income and passive income in so many different ways through our differentiators, things like that. So, yep. This is another great tool.
And there's a pool of people that are open to us now that weren't a year ago when their market was roaring and they didn't care if their company had any value proposition for their seller because it didn't matter. It's going to have 10 offers in an hour. That's all changed. And the fact that Agent Inc. has a massive track record of success, a luxury story, an impressive marketing story. All the agents that didn't care about that last year, believe me, they're caring about it now, because their clients are caring about it. So love it, love it, love it, love it. This is an opportunity for us because of the challenges in the market. And it's like Warren Buffett has said for years, I'm fearful when everybody else is roaring and, bullish and optimistic. And he goes, I'm fearful. He said, you know what? I'm greedy when everybody else gets fearful because I see opportunity. And that's Agent Inc. So have fun, tell the story, use the tools that fit you. I mean, tools are tools. Mike Taylor's always saying that. Tools are tools. Develop your style, have fun. Yeah, that's my thought. And any feedback from our group, or do we wrap up and keep running?
Yeah, no, if I may, Scott, I think you mentioned something earlier that's key, because you said that EXP's opportunity is no longer there. That sale has passed pretty much. I think that's something, if you want to talk to someone from EXP that's a producer that has a big team, all the above, that's a open conversation right there. If they join EXP 5-6 years after EXP was founded and the sale has started to shape on that, as far as that opportunity, you can present that to them. If you can just say, you can just say, hey, if you had the opportunity to go back in time and join EXP when it was the first year, would you do it? Obviously, no one's going to say no to that.
No.
And you say, here you go. Here's the opportunity right here. So that's a big opportunity, even for people that know about EXP that have never been with EXP.
Yeah, and Dr. Fabian, especially those that joined in the last year or two.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
A small world, a good buddy of mine's brother stepped in as the number 2 guy at EXP and became their president for a couple years. And he wishes that he had stayed at EXP in light of everything that happened. So you're so right. And no matter, so everybody, including our biggest competitors, and by the way, Compass is having challenges. So all those agents that took a big signing bonus, their 2 or 3 years are probably up or almost up. And those agents are saying, hey, where's the next thing? Thank you, Compass, for my big signing bonus, but that's all gone. And now the company's cutting back and figuring out what they need to do to stay a company. So look, this is an example of exactly what Warren Buffett said. Hey, when everybody is roaring, I'm fearful. When everybody else is fearful like they are now, I'm opportunistic and greedy. And so that's our opportunity.
That exactly. So, there's a lot of people who are hesitant about EXP and say, I don't know. And then later on, they said, I should have done it.
There you go.
Those are the low-bearing fruit, if you will, because those people are players, they're key brokers in the industry, and those are the ones that would join in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and to
Yeah.
put it in perspective, EXP's growth has gone exponential in the last 4 years or so almost doubled in size every year. So what that means is half their company are those that just joined them in the last couple years. Half
Right.
of those 80,000, whatever it is, people. So intriguing, interesting.
Yeah, and if I may share as well, the biggest rev share producer in EXP, he's bringing in about 1.2 a month, give or take.
7 figures a
1.2.
month.
Yeah, $1.2 million a month, give or take. And he was with EXP. He's been with EXP for maybe 8 years, maybe 9 years, give or take.
Amazing.
And we have that opportunity right now. We can all be doing that and more because we have a lot more to offer than EXP. A
Is
lot
that
more.
Leo by chance is who you're speaking about, Leo?
Who?
Leo?
No,
Oh.
no. He's from California, in fact. What's his name? He does the seminars all the time. What's his name? I'll think of his name, put it on the chat here shortly, but no, he lives in California, in fact.
Mike and I were on with one of the big EXP people. Mike, how long ago was that? A year ago? Maybe not that long ago.
Not even that long ago, Scott. It was maybe 8, 9 months, maybe 7, 8 months ago.
And this guy's, we looked up, because it's all public, we looked up how much stock he has and what the stock was trading at. And he was worth over $200 million at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even get my head around that. Can't even get my head around that. But anyway.
I want to share something. We're talking about our story, but the most important thing is to figure out who you're going to talk to, right? And you guys, every agent has access to the MLS. So I can pull up any zip code and I can get every agent who closed a deal this year in a zip code. I can get their name and their phone number because it's right in the MLS. So all you have to do is pull that up, go through it, and if you know them, call them or text them. Their phone number is right there. You can text them the link, say, please join me, love to chat with you. Because again, to take this 30,000 foot rhetoric and take it down to what am I going to do today, okay, in order to invite people to this event. Well, the MLS has a great roadmap to who you should talk to because they've done deals, right?
Yeah, that's fabulous.
And so just look at it. I mean, I can look at right now, I'm looking at Carmel Valley. There's 392 closings. 392 closings that have occurred this year. And I can go through and I can see every agent that represented the buyer and the seller.
Yeah.
And I have their phone number.
See, that's great. I'll tell you what another source is. People who are actually spending money marketing their listings. The Homes and Land, whatever the publication is. Those agents are serious about their business. They're looking for the best partner. Yeah, there's another pool. Well, let's wrap up. Mike, you and I need to be on another Zoom that got scheduled back to back at 9:30. But anything else for the good of the order? And again, we can do this conversation offline every day. All right, team.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk soon.